guys, welcome back to Gaming with TNT and Tits. Or Trails in the Sky, but I'm calling it Tits from now on. So what were we doing? I think we were... Nope. We were gonna do the mushroom hunt and medical necessities. I think I'm going to do that one first because it's more difficult. So we got to go talk to the dude at the church, which is over here. This building. The greater light, the darker the shadow becomes. When one's soul is touched by a blinding light, it becomes conscious of the darkness within and embraces a contrite spirit, especially those who are tormented by the sins of their past. However, through this ordeal, one can understand the pain and suffering of others and reach a greater plane of insight. What is important for the individual is preparing for the future and deciding what one wants to do. Just listening to him makes my brain hurt. Father Divine's sermons are always difficult for me to understand. I thought he was the dude that I was supposed to talk to. Fuck. So I guess it's this dude. I see. I completely agree with your inspired words. Okay, what? Oh wait, I think you have to get them. Yeah, okay. So I have like done this. This is part of like what I did before I even decided to record this, which was like a month or so ago, I think. But you're supposed to come down to. Supposed to actually change areas. Yeah, I think this is where we're supposed to go. So yeah, I'm actually gonna start cutting out the just random battles now. Ah shit. Unless of course there's something like this where I get caught talking during one. But yeah, I feel like we've seen enough battles. Shit. That kind of know how it works. Shit, I might actually have to run. That's actually a lot of enemies for right now. But yeah, so like I said, like that, I'll keep talking during some of them, but I'll cut most of these out, just to, like I said, because we know how they go. I don't have like many different attacks, so they'll be pretty much the same until, you know, much later in the game. Or not much later, but you know, if I get more attacks and shit, more people. So I don't know if we got one in like the previous battles, probably, but you just got monster wings from that fight. There is a flower up here somewhere. Okay, yeah. Oh shit. So you can say I have to be careful in here. Just gonna run. And then heal. Yeah, heal. Yeah, I'll heal Joshua too. You have to be careful in here because the the fights are pretty rough right now. Shit. Honestly, don't even remember where the fuck to go. You can see from that you get a good amount of experience from the fights, but they're pretty hard right now. Okay, yeah, the bear claw's right here. It's kind of hidden right there, so we can try to get our asses out of here now. Okay, gotta try to get out of here. Okay, so, shit. Yeah, I don't like that you can't see the enemies until you're, like, on them and it's too fucking late. Because I was gonna be like, I was just about to say I didn't have to worry about fighting anymore. Then got snuck up on. Like that. Fuck. Joshua's dead right now. Son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah, he's dead as fucking disco right now. Let's get to town. Just fucking get to town and everything will be alright. I also don't like that you don't get money for, like, killing them. I wish I kept hitting the right button instead of the wrong one. Alright, so we gotta go over here. Dang hotel. Rest because Joshua will be dead. Now we gotta go to the church. take me to church. I don't remember the words. Okay, now talk to him. Well, if it isn't Estelle, you seem to be in a cheerful mood as usual. Tee, here you are. These are for you, Father Divine. This is the bear claw and monster wing you were looking for. Please use them as medical ingredients. You requested these at the guild, right? That's right. I did put in a request. I'm just surprised that you went to all the trouble to do this for me. Weren't you hurt trying to gather these? Nope, we were totally fine, except Joseph died. Or Joshua, not Joseph, fuck. Anyway, I mean, we were fine. Well, maybe minus the totally part. I'm worried about your attitude, Estelle. Eh? Why? There's nothing to be worried about. I know I've told you this before. It's certainly a joyous occasion when everything goes well. However, it is at these times when we should gird up our loins for the trials that lie ahead. Okay, I'll be more careful from now on. Since I seem to have a bit of spare time, how about I take this opportunity to give you a special sermon? No, anything but that. I'm sorry, Father, but we've really got to get going. You still got work to do, right, Joshua? You still got work to do, right, Joshua? Why do I have to why do you have to bring me into this? Please, excuse us, Father, but we have to get back to the guild. That's too bad. Oh, however, good Lord. However, since it has to do with your job, I must respect your position. Thank you for all your hard work, Estelle and Joshua. I pray that the goddess will always be with you. Yay. So go ahead and turn that one in since I'm here. Still 8th class. Okay, so the next one. Seek me out. My name is Orvid. Landing floor. Okay, so that's where we saw Papa. Think him? Yeah. Your embracers? How long do they intend to keep me waiting? If they don't hurry and get here, I'm going to miss my flight. I should have expected as much from a rural backwater burg like this. Here? Well, I'll be. That's the bracer emblem if I'm not mistaken. I've been waiting for you to show up. I have an urgent job, so do you have some time to hear my request? Well, you're a dick, but okay. Sure, we've got some time. Great, this really helps me out a lot. Alright, let me give you a rundown and explain the details of the job. Let me formally introduce myself. I am Orvid, representative for Orvid Co. Limited. I think that's what LTD means. Maybe completely wrong, but... I'm Estelle, and this is Joshua. It's nice to meet you. Estelle and Joshua, is it? The two of you are quite young, if I do say so myself. We're actually pretty new to this old racer thing. Greenhorns? Oh well, I guess you'll have to do. Pardon? Never mind. I was just talking to myself. Alright, let's get down to business. Please excuse my lack of decorum, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. Sure. At the moment, I'm looking for a rare mushroom called the firefly fungus. It is said that it only grows in soil rich with septium. There are records of it being picked here in Roland, but no shops seem to carry it. However, it is a vital necessity that I get my hands on one, so I put in a request at the guild house. Soil rich with septium. I can only think of the Lengend Trail as a possible location. You know any other characteristics of these mushrooms? It seems that it normally grows in areas with patches of grass. However, since it is buried in the dirt, if you don't look closely, you won't find it. Geez, this one sounds like it's going to be a pain. But once you dig one up, you'll know if it's a firefly fungus or not. For one thing, it glows with a light green color. So that's why it's called a firefly fungus. Well, that makes sense. Alright, have I explained things clearly enough? So basically, all we need to do is find a glowing mushroom and a patch of grass along the Lengend Trail, right? Looks that way to me. Well, if they're really growing in the ground, we probably won't be able to find one so easily. If you run into any trouble, come back and speak with me again. I ask that you find one as soon as possible. Alright, Orvide. So we gotta go to the Lengend Trail, which is over here. Nope. Hold it. Back in the familiar territory. Oh, well. So the mushroom is actually in a part of the Lengend Trail that I didn't go to before, because at the level that we were at, it would be a pain in the ass to do. I kept dying and shit too. What level are we now? 7. We're slightly stronger, but we also have more health and better weapons, so...
Done yet.
Okay. So yeah, the fungus is over this way. Okay. So yeah, this, you can't really see it. It took me a long ass time to find it. My first time. But yeah, this is the fungus. What's with the sudden outburst? I accidentally hit the A button without reading her part. But I found it. Now to claim our prize. But we don't actually get to enjoy it for much. Well, I mean, we get it, but we also have a fight coming up. Isn't that? You think so too? This place isn't... This place is... Blah. The place it's growing seems about right, and it's got that soft green glow. This has got to be that firefly fungus that what's-his-face was talking about. You mean Orvide, right? Yeah, that's who I meant. It doesn't look all that tasty, but it sure is pretty for a mushroom. Almost like the glow of septium, if you ask me. Septium? What's up, Joshua? You may be worrying too much, but I think you'd better put that mushroom in our bag quickly, Estelle. What the? Yup, there they are. Just like I figured. This mushroom attracts... Estelle, look out! Luckily, they're only the flying cat enemies, so it's not super dramatic.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Now that was a surprise, I tell you. Did you put that thing? Did you put that thing away? Yep, it's all taken care of. The light emanated by raw septium has the power to attract monsters. This mushroom also seems to have the same effect. That sneaky merchant. He never mentioned a single thing about this. Anyway, let's hurry back to town. Right. Just wait till I get my hands on you, you conniving merchant. So yeah, now we gotta go all the way back to town. So I got back to town because there were frame rate issues, and I didn't really have anything to say, so... Hi, Orbeed, you old bastard. What's that you say? You found the mushroom? Yep, we found it alright. Is that the voice I have for him? Something like that. Oh, wonderful. But it might be different than the one we heard about from you. You see, this mushroom attacks monsters. Oh, well, it's like this. So even though you knew the risk, you hired us for the job, Orbeed. What? How was I supposed to know something like that? And besides, a bracer's job is to deal with danger, right? Well, a little heads up would have been nice so we could have at least been prepared. Never mind us. The big question here is your motive. What do you intend to use this mushroom for? Yeah, this thing could be a weapon. Fess up, you have some big nefarious plan in mind, right? The nefarious mushroom plan. Or what? Isn't it obvious what I'm going to use it for? For cooking, of course. What? Cooking? Are you trying to tell me that people actually eat this thing? This is why it's such a pain to deal with country bumpkins. In the hands of a skilled chef, the more distinct the ingredient, the more profound the taste. And from that perspective, the firefly fungus is the king of them all. This is no doubt the ultimate ingredient. So pretty much what you're saying is that it's for people with bizarre eating habits? That's the talk of one unacquainted with a true delicacy. But then again, commoners such as yourselves would never have an opportunity to try such dishes. And praise be to heaven for that. No, sorry. I never meant to gnaw on a ratty green mushroom like that. I never want to gnaw on a ratty green mushroom like that. Agreed, it looks pretty nasty. Anyway, I have other business preparations to make. Now, if you don't mind, I'd ask that you'll hand over the mushroom and leave. Yes, please take it. On behalf of this mushroom, I shall turn a blind eye to your ignorance. And as promised, I will pay you, so be grateful to your client. Nobody's going to buy that mushroom, I hope you know. Come on, Joshua, let's go. Please excuse us, we'll be going now. Yes, please do. And we got that done, yeah. So now on to story stuff. Now we gotta go to the mayor's house and talk to him about the job. The mayor's house is over here. Gonna move the camera around a little bit. You think the mayor's even in today? Being as busy as he is, I'm sure there's pretty good chance. Good lord. Oh my god. So it's raining pretty good now. So you might have heard that thunder scared the shit out of me. Anyway, being as busy as he is, I'm sure there's a pretty good chance that he's out. Well, bless my soul, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. Hi, Mayor Claus. Klaus, something like that. I hope we're not disturbing you, sir, but we've come on behalf of the Bracer Guild about a job you requested. Yes, I heard from the guild that the two of you would be coming. So you're taking over your father's work while he's away, are you? Well, we're trying to at least. I'm very sorry about my dad reneging on our... Oh my Jesus. I'm very sorry that my dad... Alright, take 48. I'm very sorry about our dad reneging on his promise like this. There's no need for apologies. Knowing your father, it's typical for him to be swamped with work like this. Anyway, with Lita and my wife out and about, I'd like to move this conversation somewhere else. Why don't we head upstairs to my study and go over the details? In truth, I don't think you'll find this request particularly difficult, and it's for that reason I think that asking the guild to do this job may have been a bit presumptuous. Unfortunately, I'm unable to get away from my work, and I had to break down and ask the guild for help. We were informed that this job involves the transport of a certain something, but what is it exactly that you would like us to carry and where? I would like you to pick up a septium crystal from the Malga mine and deliver it here. When you say septium, do you mean like sepith that we often come across? Accurately speaking, sepith is fragmented septium, which is too small to be used as precious stones. Therefore, this sepith is refined and pressed into quartz which can be installed in the orbits. So that's the difference, huh? I think I've got a better grasp on things now. We've actually been able to obtain a certain kind of septium called esmelis from the Malga mine since the olden days. However, since a large piece of this crystal was recently discovered, I've asked the mine chief to hold on to it until someone can pick it up. So you'd like us to pick up this crystal from the mine chief and bring it here, is that correct? Precisely. What do you think? Is this something you could handle? The transport of a precious gem, huh? It'll be a nice change from fighting monsters. Should keep us on our toes, too. Alright, we'll do it. I appreciate your willingness to help. Please, take this with you. If you show that to one of the workers, they should let you into the mine. Good luck. Can we open? No. Okay. So now we've done that. We gotta go all the way back to the mine, which I will probably just cut to. So see you there. So I've forgotten that I saved it, or I had forgotten to get this chest. I also had done some things. I got them the armor vest and spikes, so they got better defense. And I also opened Estelle's third slot and did put MP2 in it. That gave her Sylphin Guard, which I will show momentarily. I think these things still hit pretty fucking hard, like, which is ridiculous, but can't really do anything. But so use self and guard on myself. Also, I noticed something. Used to the like attacking would only like restore 5 CP, but now it's restoring 10, which is pretty cool. MP2 also gives you a chance to stop enemies from using arts, and it also, the Sylphin Guard also gives you some agility, so that's cool. You have to double strike somebody. Maybe I can take him out. Nope. I am just right in the middle of Fucktown. Try to use Sylphin Guard on Joshua. So agility, I guess, is your, well, I was gonna say your evasion, but well, Joshua has a has higher agility than her, so quite possibly. Shit.
Not now.
Here I
So I'm just gonna cut to finishing this fight. So I bitched out. That chest is still super hard for me for some reason. I feel like I'm not doing something right with my stuff. I really don't know. But okay, for real now, we're gonna cut to the mine. Okay, so we are back at the, or well, we're actually at the mine now. Talk to him. This is the entrance to the Malga mine. You're not here on business, and I'll have to ask you to leave. Believe it or not, we are here on business. Nolan's Mayor Klaus has asked us that we come here and pick up a certain septium crystal. Well, alright then, if you've got a referral from the mayor, then that's a different story. I don't mean to make your job any more difficult, but would you mind going inside and speaking with the boss directly? I'm supposed to stand watch out here. Sure, that's fine, but why the boss? We're actually here to see the mine chief. That mine chief you're talking about is actually our boss, Mr. Gaton. He manages the mine and all of its workers. He's the kind of guy who enjoys discovering a septum load more than eating 3 meals a day. I'm fairly sure he's working down in the lower tunnels today. Thanks for the tip. We'll go see if we can locate him. So, not 100% sure. Like, I haven't really gotten to this. Like, I got to this part last time. I better save it. Just in case. No, I got a little past this. Yeah, I got a little past this. I think what you have to do is get in here. Check it out, it's a minecart. Do you think it's powered by ordnance too? Looks that way to me. How about we get in and see where it takes us? We'll ride the minecart. I think we don't touch it, but yeah, there we go. We'll go up here and talk to this dude. Great idea. Hey, I don't remember how that's supposed to be. Adios. Great Adios. What are you kids doing down here? Are you friends with someone who works there in the mine? Not exactly. We've come to see the mine chief at the request of the mayor. Oh, so you're here about the crystal, are you? If you're looking for the boss, he should be in the tunnels below. If you use the elevator at the end of the tracks on the opposite side of the mine, you can get down there. The end of the tracks on the opposite side of the mine. When you were riding the mine cart, you noticed a place along the way where the track diverges, right? If you follow that other line, you'll reach the elevator. In order to get there, you'll have to go back to where you came from and flip the lever to activate the track switch. Okay, I thought he gave you something, but apparently not. But I'm gonna save right here. We're actually gonna stop the video right here because I'm not exactly sure how long this video is going to be. There's gonna be large chunks of it cut out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.